I thought I'd do something different in this video, and that is a one necklace upcycle to see how many pieces of jewelry I can make from this one necklace. Let's zoom out a little bit. This one charm necklace. It is new with tag. It's Ruby Road. Not sure how much it cost originally. It was in a consignment shop for $10, but I happened to get it for $1 because it had been there for a while. Had been there since April. So I paid $1 for the necklace. I have lots of different charms to work with. Beads, chain. It's a fairly chunky chain. But since it's the first of the month, meaning the 1st of August when I'm making this video, August 2025, and it's actually the first, literally the first day of August, I thought, well, let's make a one necklace upcycle and see what we can make.
The sky is blue, the sun is high, sitting here on my own. I think of you.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Vicki and I like to upcycle jewelry. I also make jewelry from new beads and components. And when I do an upcycle like this, I don't limit myself to only what you see here. I do allow myself the freedom and flexibility to bring in other components as well as some spacer beads. First thing we need to do is take it apart. I have 2 flat nose pliers plus my chain nose pliers. I like these because they're tapered. And you'll find links for my tools below the video. Let's take it apart and I'll play some music for you while I do this because you know we need to see what we really have to work with here.
I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe
it's on wire.
Should take a stroll. And to me that's alright.
Okay, and I need scissors too.
To me that's alright.
That was easy.
I'm telling you, the sky is blue, the sun is high. I'm sitting here on my own. I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe I should take a stroll. And to me that's alright. To me, that's all right.
This is what we have. And as you can see, I paired up all the components that I could. Only these are different sizes. So I guess I really can't put those over here. These are the same size, these. So I've got 5 sets of 2 components each. And then I have all these single pieces here. Those would be really fun earrings, but you know, they don't match. Although some people like it that way. Then I have the chain and these beads. These are just plastic. But all of these are metal. These are mother of pearl shell that's dyed. We've got a mix of plastic and metal with some enamel glass. So that's what we're looking at here. I have some gold tone ear wires and gold tone head pins. So the challenge in this is to see how many pieces of jewelry I can make. I see some things right away. Do you? I do. I'm going to set aside all the singles so we can focus on the ones that have 2 components. These little flowers, they're kind of a peachy color, but they have that green enamel. And we have the green here, and we have the green here. So let's set aside those and just focus on these. I am thinking, well, should I tell you what I'm thinking or should I just try it? Let's try it. Let's take this large jump ring off of here. It's a little bit big. I'll probably need to get some gold jump rings, and I do have some. So now we're down to these. And they have a little gold tone faceted rondelle around the top. Ear wires that match, because sometimes they don't. And I think I'm going to use these. Oh, I don't know though. I don't know if this idea is going to work because of this little rondelle. I was thinking about layering these up, but that little rondelle kind of prevents me from doing that. Maybe we can use it on something else. Just open it up sideways like that. We are going to have to cut. I don't think I can Oh, I can get it off without cutting it. Woohoo! I do have a gap there though. You can see the gap it created. I guess I'm going to have to use my own head pin. So let's just go ahead and take this off. You know, if you don't allow yourself some freedom to use head pins and other components, it would be nearly impossible. Not impossible, but harder, let me put it that way, to upcycle something. Okay, the head pin does stop. If it doesn't, you can always add a small bead here. I'm going to go ahead and bend this at a right angle. Introducing another tool, my round nose pliers. Going to cut that down to about 1/4 inch. And then I have a spot marked here where I like to make the wire flush, where I like to place the wire. It's spinning on me, that happens. And then I kind of pull towards myself and roll back, except I didn't do a very good job. Something moved on me. That is like the worst loop I've ever made. Don't know how I got started wrong there, but I am fixing it. This is swiveling, that's part of it, so. Okay, got it. Let's make a second one. This time I'll try to do better on my loop. I normally don't have that much trouble, but I need to get a good grip. I've got my loops at the top. I have some small jump rings. These are probably 4mm. Let's take the jump ring off of the little flower charm, because again, it's a little bit big. Get our ear wires back here. I'm going to take the small jump ring, open it up. You just kind of keep one side stationary and open the other. They go this way, not this way, but this way. Let's put this on here. Okay, pick it up. Go through the little mother of pearl and then go through the ear wire. And let's see if this is going to work. Get a good grip and close it up. Is it going to work? We need to make a left and a right. That's what we need to do, because they're not front facing, they're sideways facing, and that's fine. Again, pick up the small flower charm with the green. Go through the loop on the mother of pearl. The green, it's dyed green. And there you go, we've got our first pair of earrings. Let's take a closer look at them. Here's the cute earrings with the flower and the mother of pearl. And the green looks so cute, and they're going to absolutely have movement. So there's a left and a right. So here's our first upcycle, these cute pair of flower earrings. Let's make something else. Let's continue with the green. How about green and blue? Let's take the jump ring off, find the cut in the jump ring. I'll see if I can use those some other way. Do I want to keep these on the head pin? Decisions. I don't think so. I think I want to change them up a little more. So I've got my chain nose pliers. Just going to remove the head pin. It would be very easy if I just put a pair of earrings on here instead of removing this. That would be the quick way to make 2 pairs of earrings. We could have one green and one pair that's blue. But that's not what I have in mind. Let's take 2 head pins and let's remove the head of the head pin. And do make sure you cover this when you're doing this. Let's make an eye pin. I made a loop, put it back on the round nose pliers, pull back a little bit, and close it up. Make a loop, pull back a little bit, and close it up. Using my chain nose, I'm going to open this up sideways and attach the little blue bead. Now it has a jump ring on it. I don't really need that jump ring on here, so let's remove it. It's more dangle than what we need. But let's open this sideways, place it through the loop. This one I started to open up the eye of the eye pin. Either way, doesn't matter. You can slip this on here and close this up, however you prefer to do it. There's almost always more than one way to do the same thing. So now let's slip the green bead on here, and we could use this same little bead cap, and there we go. We've got some earrings here. You know, that's not bad. What happens if we put the bead cap on the bottom like this? I like that too. On the bottom or on the top. I guess I'm going to leave it at the top. Need some ear wires. And I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to add a small round bead to the top of this. These little beads are 3 millimeter. Push the beads down, bend it at a right angle, 1/4 of an inch. Straighten it out as you need to, close it up. And I could have actually gone ahead and attached the ear wire. Open that sideways and attach the ear wire. I want that to tilt back just a little more, so just tweaking it here. Important thing is that it's closed. Earring 1 down. Let's make the second one. Where'd my green bead go? Where'd it go? Oh, it rolled all the way over here. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where did it go? Not too far, but far enough to make me wonder.
You know, to me, that's alright. You know, to me, that's alright.
Here's pair number 2. Quick and easy. These two are the same. Let's do the same thing that we've been doing. Let's remove the larger jump ring. I figured we'd do the easiest part first and then progress from there. And making earrings is the easiest thing to start with, especially when you've got 2 of a component like we have here with these beads here. But we did upcycle them into a different style, to a different look. Well, I have bad news. This one here is chipped up. The color on it, this one is good, but this one is chippy. And I don't have anything to fix that, so we're not going to be able to make a pair of earrings with these. Might be able to do something else, but not earrings. I'm going to set this one aside because this is the one that's chipped up. So here's our single components. And these are different sizes. We have 2 little rondelles and a bunch of jump rings. We do have the chain. It has a large lobster clasp. I'm drawn to this flower. It's blue enamel. It's metal. Again, it has a large jump ring here, but we're going to remove this. I'm thinking maybe we can make a bracelet with this. I do need some jump rings. I don't know if these are large enough or not. This has a loop on only one end, which makes it more of a pendant than a bracelet, but I think we might be able to get by. Let's try. Don't know if we don't try. Let's take a small jump ring and put it through the loop that's already there and see if we can get this jump ring to go around the chain. Okay, let's take the other jump ring, open it up, and let's attach chain to the other side. But this time we have to go through the flower because we don't have a loop. If this doesn't work, I might have to get a larger jump ring. Got to get a good grip, make sure I have a hold of it, and close it up. I don't think anyone but you would know that it has this extra loop here. So I think we're good. Now this is way too long. I mean, you might be able to make a small choker out of this, but it's way too long for a bracelet. So let's see here. I'm about 7 1/4. Sometimes I say 7 1/2. Let's go for a size 7 with an extension chain. How's that? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 7 loops and then add the clasp and extension chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to remove this one here. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, some of these jump rings are very, very stiff. And this is one of them, which means I got to get a super strong grip. That's probably what's going to go first in my jewelry making is my hands. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm taking the 8th one apart. I know I'll need an extension chain, but I don't want this to be the extension chain. Ooh, I do like to close my jump rings back up when I'm done, but Oh my gosh. Whew. That was work. Let's go ahead and recycle the lobster clasp. Let's put this on one end. And let's take the extension chain off the other end. Still think this jump ring is a little bit large. I have a smaller one here. I don't know. Which one do I want to go with? I guess it's a large lobster clasp. Let's just put a large jump ring here and add the extension chain. See how they're using oval chain? I like oval chain. Not Ovaltine, but oval chain. And I need to remove the Ruby Road tag. It's no longer Ruby Road. And before it became Ruby Road, it was just components. Jewelry making components. And now it's jewelry making components again. I'm sure we don't need an extension chain this long. We're not making an ankle bracelet. But let's just hook it on the first jump ring. I did not do a good job of getting that closed. You probably saw that. You know, I don't like this large jump ring. It's just too much. Too much, too much. So where's that smaller one we had? We need to get that through it, I guess. Oh, I have 2 links. Well, I'll fix that. I guess by putting the small one on here, what it's saying is that we're going to link into either here, or if you can get it into here, the small jump ring, or into the extension chain. But somehow I put a link on here where it doesn't belong. So let's check the size of this. If we link into the small jump ring, I guess I kind of see now why it needs to be a larger jump ring. Plan B, I'm going to go grab a jump ring of a size that I like. Here's one that's in between the largest one and larger than that one. So let's try this again. Extension chain, close it up. Let's check the length if we go just to the jump ring. I should say check the wrist size. Well, it's actually size 6. How did I do that? I wasn't accounting for, I guess, the components, the diameter of the components. That's way too short. That's not what I was going for. That's why it helps to have a bracelet cone to check things, even though I didn't get it right the first time. Let's add some more chain on here.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. 'Cause you...
Let's make sure, count twice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 on here. Thought I was at making it 8. I must have opened up a different one than what I originally intended to.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Let's reattach the lobster clasp. Doesn't matter which end we put it on, but I do want to make sure that last link is closed so that this jump ring can't slip through there.
I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanted to give up 'cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum.
Add this extension chain again. I hope I've got it the right length this time. Right length meaning a little bit longer than what it was, but not too long. Let's reattach the extension chain using that jump ring that I pulled out. If you don't have it lined up very well, just kind of wiggle it back and forth till you get it closer together. Now, let's check this. Going into the first ring, what do we have? We are about 7, between 7 and 7 1/4. That's fine. And then if we take it all the way out to the end, that's going to be almost, that's all the way up here to 10, almost 10. So there's a lot of flexibility in size here, and if someone wanted to, they could remove, you know, some of the links or chain. We've got a bracelet. Now, what can we do with the end of it? Well, this flower coordinates, and we only have the one. So let's turn that into a charm. A pretty good sized charm, but it will look cute here. And I did say that this extension chain was quite long. You know what? I don't think we need to go up to 10. I think we could back off here a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take off an inch. If we take off an inch of chain, just going to do it that way. I'm going to separate it here. I'm going to take off an inch. This is really not meant to be up to 10, although, you know, everyone wears a different size. Where I was with this is taking this little flower that coordinates with this and add this as a charm. And there we go. We have this cute little bracelet with a matching charm. So far we have 2 pairs of earrings and a cute bracelet with a matching charm at the end for a little dangle here. We have a little bit of chain left. We also have these beads left. I haven't done anything with these. And, you know, we could turn this into a charm bracelet. We most certainly could, you know, start hanging charms on here all over the place. We could. It's a possibility. I don't think I'm going to go that direction. I mean, I thought about it briefly, but I kind of like what I have here. So what can we do with what we have left? Anything? I know that there are ladies out there who like to wear 2 different earrings. It may not be my thing, but it is a thing. I used to have a coworker that at Christmas time, she would wear 1 red shoe and 1 green shoe. I always got a kick out of that. So you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just make a pair of earrings where they're the same flower but different colors just for fun. Why not? Quickest upcycle ever. Take a small jump ring and attach the flower charm to the ear wire.
Guess I finally learned my lesson, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.
It may not be the most original idea, but it is an idea. How's that? We're just having fun here. That's what we do on this channel. We have fun, and my videos are for inspiration, to inspire you to get out your bead stash and try the same. You know, try 1 necklace upcycle. How's that? We still have these, and we still have these. I have 2 head pins. Let's place a small round bead. And are these all the same size? Nope, we've got 2 sizes here. Let's grab something else. I'll be right back. I think it's time to break out the rondelles, the rhinestone rondelles. 2 of these. And you'll find a link for these. Let's add a rhinestone rondelle, and then the smaller of the 2 beads, and then another small round bead. Same thing here. Oh, we have 3 sizes of these. Didn't realize that. And we can make a simple earring. I didn't know this was going to be about earrings more than anything else, but that's just the direction this one is going. I honestly pulled this necklace just minutes, literally minutes before I decided to do this upcycle. In fact, I just bought it today. I had laid everything out that I bought today, took a look at the necklaces and thought, what could I do for a 1 necklace upcycle? And this is the one that jumped out at me. Yep, this is the necklace that spoke to me. So here we are, doing it, making it, upcycling it, trying it. But I am going to put this in our eBay store, Avante Avenue, if you don't know. I always have a link below the video in the description box. Okay, let's take the ear wire. I like my chain nose pliers for this. Open this sideways, attach this, and close it up. Same thing here. You can open either the loop on the ear wire or on the head pin, whichever you prefer. Doesn't matter, as long as you attach the 2. And now we have a pair of earrings. Let's take a look at these. Oh, in fact, I didn't show you these on here. These crazy earrings, 2 different colors. There you go. And they're going to face sideways, not front facing. Let's try these. There you go, with the rhinestone rondelle. They're very reflective, even though these are just plastic beads. The rhinestone rondelle is metal and rhinestones, but it's very reflective. So they look very dressy compared to all the others that we made that are just fun. So as I said, I discovered that we actually have 3 sizes of these. Oh, did you see that? I didn't have a small bead at the bottom, so it just fell right off. That's why sometimes I use the small round bead. 3 sizes here. You know, sometimes I turn the earrings upside down. That's more like a teardrop or icicle. And this is this way. It almost looks like a snowman to me, you know, the head and the body. That's what it's looking like to me right now. I'm trying to see what I could do with the 3 sizes. We have a little bit of chain left. We don't have any earrings to go with this. Let me think for just a minute. I just remember that we had these rondelles. And remember, these are different sizes. Since they are different sizes, maybe we should just take this apart. I'll save these jump rings because I never know what I might be able to use them for. So I'm thinking, why not gather up all of these little rondelles and see if we can work those into the design somehow. And let's take from this one that's damaged and also take it apart for the little gold rondelle. No bead cap on this one. I'm going to go ahead and throw this bead away because this is the one that's, oh no, that's not the one that's chippy. I'd already set that one aside, but this one has a rondelle on it, so I'll take that apart. Right now we're just looking for components that we can work with. We're getting down to the end of what we have that's usable for this upcycle without really incorporating a lot more. So that bead that's chipped up is going in the trash. And this little shell, it doesn't have any relationship to anything else. I mean, the charms really didn't, but still it was really a cute necklace. Lots of color, lots of, you know, different patterns here. So it was a fun necklace. But time to upcycle it at the same time. So I'm probably not going to be using these 4 components, but we have some things that we might work with here. I'm going to get another small round bead. I have one started here, and let's see what happens. So I have 2 of that size. I don't know, maybe I don't have 3 sizes left. These all look like the same size. Yeah, they're all the same size, and I only have that one that's really small. Add the rondelle. Oh, this is out. Just take a look at things. So reflective, as I said. What if we stacked 3 of these for a different look? Still need that small round bead on the bottom. Set these aside and do 3 of these. I'm down to 1. I don't know if working in a rhinestone rondelle, I think the rhinestone rondelles might be too large. We'll see. Let's try this. See if we put this on first. It's kind of like what we did there, but instead of this medium bead, we're stacking these. You know, I kind of like the rhinestone rondelle with this. It just adds a little hint of bling, just a little bit. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching. There's more. There we go. Small round bead on top. Not using the little bead caps. I have just 1 little spacer left. This is all I have left out of these beads. Need some ear wires. Push the beads down. You know the routine. As I said, you can open the ear wire sideways or the loop on the earring, either way. Slip that on and close it up. Let me clean this up. Okay, let's take a closer look at these. Oh, I just found the smaller bead. I do have a smaller bead. I had 2 of them after all. It just slipped away and I didn't see it. Here we go. We made use of those little saucer beads. We added the rhinestone rondelle. And so these look quite different from this one here. All the reflection from my lights. Well, now that I found those, I almost feel like I should make one more pair of earrings. Oh my goodness. Let's do this. Going to take the head pin off. Ooh, that one kind of smarted. If you know what I mean, meaning it kind of hurt. Let's take our round nose pliers and make a loop at the bottom, meaning I'm making an eye pin again. And we're going to thread this on. I'm going to add 2 more rhinestone rondelles because I really do like those. And the smaller bead on top, then a small round bead. This is what we have so far. Let's turn this into an earring. Let's do the same thing here. We have the loop at the bottom, so we don't need the small round bead at the bottom. But I'm adding one at the top just because I think it looks nice and a little finishing bead. Always make sure your beads are pressed down, 1/4 inch. You do want to make sure the loop's going the same direction. That always helps. If not, you can take a tool and twist it a little bit. We have this loop at the bottom. What are we going to do with that? Well, you remember these jump rings over here? Off to the side that we forgot about. Let's see. This time I have my 2 flat nose pliers. Let's see how many of these jump rings we can fit on here. I guess I have plenty over here. And I need to make sure they're all the same size, of course. And I need to make sure they're closed. I didn't do a very good job here. These are already open, so let's see how many we can fit through the eye of the eye pin that we created. I'm going to try for 3. It's always good if you can have an odd number. I'm not getting these closed up very well. Just wiggle it. Is that the same size? I'll show you what these look like in just a minute here. Probably less than a minute. Just trying to fit 3 of these through. Still have more jump rings left. Let's take a look. This one's caught up in it just a little bit. I need to work with how they lay, but I got it. Look here. We've got another pair of earrings and we have some jump rings dangling at the bottom. There you go. We use these same beads, the same gold beads. Let's put different ones on here. We used the same gold beads from the original necklace and made 3 styles of earrings. This was the first one we made, and then we used the rondelles and added rhinestone rondelles on all of these, and then we added the little jump rings at the bottom. So 3 styles. Let's take a look at what we have left out of everything that we started with. This is it. We only have a few of these faceted gold beads, plastic beads. We have 1 rondelle left. We have a couple tiny little bead caps, some jump rings, a little bit of chain, and these that I decided not to try to work in because I really like the bracelet the way it is and I didn't want to make a charm bracelet with it. So I've decided to make a change to these earrings. I am not liking the way that the jump rings are getting caught up on each other a little bit. So I have a solution. I Need to take at least one of these off by itself, or maybe I'll just take them all off that way. The issue is the loop at the bottom of the earring isn't allowing enough flexibility for these jump rings, and I can see I did not get these closed very good. Oh, all right, I'll get these off and closed up, and I'll be right back. Let's see if this is going to work. I have a separate jump ring to connect these. Yes, that's going to work. Yeah, much, much better. They were just too tight. Putting them into the eye of the eye pin was just too tight. These are much, much better. So now let's take a look at everything. So let's take another look at everything. Keep watching. Here's the collection that we made today just from upcycling. One necklace. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to list this entire collection on eBay and put it up for auction. I am going to start it at the original price of $10 plus ships. That's what it was originally priced at in the consignment shop. And I'm going to list all of these pieces together as one lot, starting at only $10 auction, so that you can bid on it if you're interested. And if you don't want 3 pairs of gold tone earrings, well, maybe you can gift them. And maybe you have a friend these earrings would be perfect for. Can you believe that's all we have left? Oh, and what about the original tag for Ruby Road? Got that too. I hope you had fun today with this upcycle, and I hope you take on this challenge of taking one necklace and seeing how many pieces of jewelry you can make. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.